everyone, welcome to Jetersblessings. This is Marjorie. I got this cute little boot from Craft Outlet. It's a metal sign, and I am going to take one cable mount and add a little bit of Gorilla Super Glue on there and attach it to the bottom portion of the metal frame. Then I'll take some Gorilla Hot Glue and put a good amount, just a line around the perimeter of the cable mount to give it a little more support, because it is metal, and sometimes metal and doesn't stick well with some adhesives. Now I've got two floral wires. This sign already came with a sawtooth hook on it, and so I'm attaching one of the floral wires to that, and I'm giving it a few good twists, and then I will add the other floral wire to the cable mount at the bottom, and just like the top one, I will add a few good twists to make sure it's tight. Now when I'm doing this, I'm making sure that I don't pull up on the cable mount, just because it will pop off. I've had it pop off before. I get a little ahead of myself and a little impatient, so I don't always wait. I have this silver 14-inch wreath frame from the Dollar Tree, and I'm showing you a section in the area between my two hands. And in the inner two rings, I'm going to add one pipe cleaner. And then in the outer two rings of that same section, I'm going to add two pipe cleaners. So this wreath frame has a total of 6 sections, and that means you will need a total of 18 pipe cleaners for this wreath. Now I do like to place my pipe cleaners on there and make sure that I'm not tightening it down too tight, because it can warp the rails of the wreath form. Then I have this gorgeous fabric mesh from Craft Outlet as well. If you've been watching any of my videos for any times, I am a religious Craft Outlet buyer. They have really good quality mesh and ribbon signs, all of that for a good price. Here I'm doing the cruffle method, where all I do is roll up one side of the mesh several times, as you'll see me do here, another one here in just a second. So these are cut at 30 inches. And I roll up one side 2-3 times, put a clip on it, flip it around, do another 2-3 rolls, and then I walk my fingers up the middle, making a ruffle, and then I pinch the two curl ends together. And this allows me to make a cruffle. So I'll do one of these for each one of the pipe cleaners. And you can see with just 3 already added on there, it is pretty full. So these wreaths do get really full. 14-inch frame, and I want to say when it's all said and done, they're about 24 inches in diameter. So these are a pretty nice size wreath. If you don't want a wreath frame that large, or if you don't want your finished product to turn out that large, there's definitely other sizes that you can utilize of the wreath forms. They've got 12-inch, 10-inch, 8-inch. They also even have 18-inch wreath frames. So it depends on what you like. Now I've used a lot of deco mesh, but this fabric mesh is really, I think is really my favorite. It's very easy and nice to work with, and this does not have, I don't think it really had any fraying on it. That's one thing I like about the Craft Outlet mesh, is the majority of it is good quality. You don't get much of the unraveling. So Here I'm cutting 10-inch strips so I can make a curl. I'm cutting 18 of them, and as you see, it uses up the rest of my deco mesh. And I just make a curl, pinch it in the middle, and add one curl to each of the pipe cleaners. And so this does take up 2 full rolls of deco mesh, of the 10-inch deco mesh. And you don't really have to do this if you don't want to, but I like how it adds a little bit more of the curl look to the wreath, and it just makes it a little bit fuller. It's already absolutely full before adding this, so it's just up to you whether you want to do this step or not. So once I have all that, I've got two 2.5-inch ribbons that I got from Craft Outlet. One just has the Texas all over it. I live in Texas, and so that's what made me want to make this wreath. And then I've got that red ribbon with cowboy boots and horseshoes embellished on there. So these are cut at 14 inches, and then I just crisscross them a little bit and pinch them in the middle. Then I attach it right onto the wreath frame. One set in each of the pipe cleaners. I cut 16 sets. You'll see at the end there's two pipe cleaners at the top that do not get any, and that is because a bow is going to go there, so you really don't need it. And this is why I like to crisscross them a little bit before I add it to the wreath frame, is because you don't have to fight with it as much to have both of the ribbon tails showing. So here you'll see on a couple of the pipe cleaners that are not going to get any ribbon tails, I just trim them down and tuck those pipe cleaners down in the middle. Then I go and take my sign and I feed the floral wire through the mesh and attach my sign, making sure that I don't smush the sign into the wreath. So I just take my two and a half inch ribbons and I start making a bow, and I do have a rustic, really it's a red, blue, and tan 1.5 inch ribbon that I'll pair up with these. And so I'm just making 8-inch tails. I like to start off with the 8-inch tails. That allows me to trim them down if I need to, but in areas where it would look a little bit better to have them a little longer, then that's what I choose to do. And so there's that pretty rustic ribbon that I added to it. I really like how this does have a rustic look to it, and I really love the outcome of this wreath. I know I say that about a lot of my wreaths, but I really do like how this one came out really nice and fluffy, and I don't know, it's just, I think the fabric mesh really aided in letting it be a little bit more fluffy or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah, I could just be talking. But I do like how it came out. And here I am, I don't want to waste the end of that ribbon. So, what I decided to do was just take the strip and add an extra short and long tail. I do like a lot of tails in my my bows, just because when you go to fluffing it and you kind of give it a curl, the tails a curl, I don't know, it just makes it look nice and poofy. So I do the same thing with that other 2.5 inch ribbon and making additional tails out of the excess excess ribbon. And though here I made 2 larger loops, and then I made a smaller loop for the middle section. And now I'm going to carefully pull this out of the tool, the ribbon bow maker, and I take some floral wire and make sure I attach it and pull it real tight, nice and tight, so it helps make the bow perky. And then I kind of make sure I tighten the bow. And then again, as with the sign, I feed the floral wire through the mesh and get it attached across a couple of the rails and tighten it down, but not too tight that it sinks the bow in. And then the fluffing method starts, which is, I really like doing that because I like seeing the outcome of the bow. But sometimes I do frustrate myself because I keep on fluffing and keep on fluffing. And yeah, sometimes it's just, I should leave well enough alone. I still have to learn to do that a little bit better. But I'm dovetailing the 2.5 inch ribbon, and then the 1.5 inch ribbon, I'm just cutting those at an angle. So here we're about to see the final reveal, and I apologize up front that it's just a picture. I thought I had recorded the whole video of the wreath, but I didn't, and I already had sold this by the time that I'm doing this voiceover. But I love how nice, full, and beautiful this is. I hope you like it, and I want to thank you guys very much for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me. Let me know your thoughts on the video, and I hope you guys have a very blessed week.